Hey, what's up? Um, Today has been an absolute nightmare. Just absolute nightmare, start to finish. Well, maybe not start to finish, but it's just, you know, today was not very good. Now, you know how you start your morning on the wrong side of the bed? Around here we call it starting off your morning on your left leg. Not really sure if that's any better, but that's basically one way of phrasing it, I suppose. So yeah, today was I didn't really have a good start to the day. I woke up bright and early, which is something that I haven't done since I got fired, really. Something that I should probably start going back to doing, because A, it's not healthy to wake up at noon time, and B, I don't want to, because I kind of miss most of the day. So anyways, I got up bright and early. I had something that I needed to do that I can't really discuss on camera right now, but then my grandmother called me up. She she misses me, since the pandemic. We didn't really get to see each other very often. So she asked me to come over for lunch. So I did. I came over. We had lunch together, and it was nice. Then my mom called, and my mom is the one that started this morning on the wrong side of the bed. I mean, she, without revealing too much, she had a lot of problems with her car, her engine. Her engine wouldn't start at first. Then when she got to work, they had 3 blackouts at her workplace, which you can kind of guess it's not ideal. But, yeah. And then, during the afternoon, right after I had lunch with my grandmother, I came back home, and it was time. We had to take Sandy to the vet. Because for those of you who have been following my channel religiously, you know that Sandy, my dog, the dog that I've had for 16 years, she's not well. She's very old and very sick, and she's constantly choking, even on camera while I'm recording videos. So her condition isn't good and keeps getting worse. And today we found out just how bad it is, but we were scheduled to take Sandy to the vet, and pretty much that's when everything started to go downhill. For me, that is. It's been downhill for my mom ever since she woke up, pretty much. And I just want to point out some point of frustration. Why does somebody have a shiny Badoo? Why? Why do people have shinies that I don't? Anyways, oops, I accidentally clicked it on Oddish when I didn't mean to. So we took Sandy to the vet. Turns out she has trouble breathing, heart-related problems, and most importantly, her body is just storing up too much fluids that she doesn't need. So that's what actually caused her to swell up like a balloon. So the doctor gave her an injection that's supposed to help with the swelling, and they also gave me several pills that I need to give her every day now for who knows how long, until until hopefully she gets better. Tomorrow we're going back to the vet again, and we're going to try to get all those fluids out of her to help her breathe, you know. And yeah, so that's basically been my day. And as you can see, this really hasn't given me any time at all to record Pokemon Go. Not play. I did play a lot. I've been playing most of the day, but as far as recording, the place I had to go to in the morning, I couldn't really take a camera with me. So that's that. With my grandmother also, I didn't really have enough time to record there, which is understandable. And well, the rest of the day after we left the veterinarian, we went to get her the medicine that she needs, and we went to the pharmacy, and lo and behold, their computer system shut down, and they said it was going to take them about an hour to fix it. So yeah, we went to a different pharmacy. Hopefully the computers aren't going to crash there. And well, without revealing too much, well, actually, screw it. The doctor didn't really sign the prescription. Yeah, and you need a signed prescription from a doctor to get the medicine you need. And it was a whole other can of worms trying to get the signature over the phone. So yeah, I said I wasn't going to reveal too much, but I mean, I don't care. It's been a shitty day for all of us. It's been a shitty time for all of us. See, even the planes won't let me record properly. And the Pokemon ran away. See, it's been a shitty day for me, and it's a pretty shitty time for everyone in the world right now. And I'm sorry that I'm kind of losing my mind, but I'm angry, okay? I'm angry, and I'm frustrated. I almost lost my dog today, so screw everybody. I felt like I really needed that. Good thing I have these videos to exercise my nerves, I guess. Anyways, so yeah, a lot of stuff that I wanted to do today on camera, but I couldn't because, well, life happened. Which it usually does. Anyway, why won't you stay in the ball? I've mentioned this on camera multiple times, but I've never been one of those people that just hated the Unova monkeys. I've actually been pretty okay with them. Pansear in Pokemon Go, I think is one of my most hated Pokemon in this game, because first of all, they're completely useless and they are annoyingly difficult to catch. They escape from Pokeballs over and over again, and they move like crazy, and they keep knocking your balls more than any other Pokemon. Okay, in an effort to try to get myself back on track, there was a bunch of stuff I wanted to do today. First of all, let me just feed my Metagross. As you can see, I have 10 hearts because, you know, first of all, we're great buddies now. I've achieved great buddy status with my Metagross, and once you do that, every few hours he's gonna give you a bonus, which will give you an extra heart and some useful items like revives, potions, and berries and stuff. So now, instead of 10 hearts a day maximum, you can have up to 11. which is great. Now, I did kind of wanted to give it this Poffin right here on camera, because I've never given one of my Pokemon a Poffin on camera. So here goes, a Poffin. Here, Metagross, take this Poffin. A Poffin kind of looks different than it did in the main series games or in the anime. But yeah, a Poffin makes your Pokemon very, very happy. And I think I just made a colossal mistake. I didn't realize that. Oh wow, look at that. I guess a Poffin maxes out your heart with your Pokemon in every single stat. This is the first... Oh, great. This is the first time I've ever given my Pokemon a Poffin, and I wasted it because I didn't know what a Poffin does. Wait, hold on. It opens up a second set of hearts? Hold on. I want to check this out. Let's play with them a bit. Wow, I actually got an extra heart. This is great. I love Poffins. Hold on, let's take a snapshot. And as you can see, a Petilil just photobombed us. And once a Pokemon photobombs you, it suddenly appears and you can catch it. So let me just catch this Petilil. Now, back when they had that flying Pikachu thing, it had a chance of being shiny if you catch it through photobombing. I'm not sure the same is true of Petilil, because I haven't seen any shiny Petilil or shiny Lilligant. And you know, someone tried that method and got themselves a shiny Petilil that they probably evolved. And you know, someone probably would have put it in a gym. So since I haven't seen any shiny Petilil or shiny Lilligants in any gyms for the past few days, I'm gonna have to assume that Petilil and Lilligant just don't have a shiny yet in this game. I mean, they just made their debut in this game, so why would they have a shiny? Regardless, this shelter is giving me lots of problems. Okay, go then. I don't even need you. Hold on. So yeah, I guess Poffins are an incredibly useful item. I can't believe I've never had a Poffin before. I mean, Poffins are an item that you can buy in the in-game shop, but again, I didn't even know what it does until now, so I had no reason to purchase one. And mostly I just spent money from the in-game shop on like expanding my backpack and my Pokemon storage boxes, and more recently raid passes, because I've been going on raid hours with people from the neighborhood and such. So I've never really had a legitimate reason to spend Pokecoins on Poffins before, but maybe now I should consider it if I ever have, if I'll ever manage to save a decent amount of Pokecoins. Of course, to do that, that kind of means I'm gonna have to give up on going on multiple raids with people. But I mean, compromises, right? Anyways, so yeah, Poffins. I still remember the days, those dark days where you actually had to make Poffins on your own. Remember that, guys? Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum? Well, actually, I only played Platinum, so... Platinum? I don't know if that feature was in Diamond and Pearl. I assume it was. I mean, it's a Gen 4 feature, so why wouldn't it be in all 3 of the Gen 4 games? I mean, makes sense to me, right? But yeah, you guys remember? Well, I mean, actually, people who played these games legitimately might have had an easier time than me. But basically, in order to make Poffins, you kind of had to, very similar to the cooking mechanic in Sword and Shield, but kind of had to choose the berries you wanted, and there was this big pot where you kind of had to stir the pot before it gets too hot, or before it, spills everything on the floor. And the more you churn the pot, the better your Poffins are going to be. The more they're going to be useful. And only specific Pokemon liked specific flavors of Poffins and stuff like that. So yeah. In the Nintendo DS, people who actually played this game on a Nintendo DS, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, that is. Well, definitely Platinum, presumably Diamond and Pearl. People who played those games on a DS had the pen thing, the touch pen, because apparently screen touch technology wasn't quite as advanced as they now are on these things, where the screen literally captures your every motion with your fingers on it. So back then you kind of needed a pen to interact with the touch screen on the Nintendo DS. Myself personally, I play Platinum on a tablet, which already has a built-in touch screen, so I didn't have the pen, which basically means I did all the touch functions with my fingers. Now, in most cases, it was actually very good. It was very, actually, I would say 90 to 95% of the game, it was helpful. It was better than it would have been if I used a pen. Obviously, like I said, I never used the pen, so I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to use a pen, but the point that I'm trying to get across here is whenever I had to make Poffins for my Pokemon in Platinum, I had to use my fingers to stir the pot. So instead of using a pen, I had to do this. And these pots are very, very difficult to turn. Much harder than when you're actually doing real cooking, mind you. And the longer it takes you to make the Poffins, the harder it is to turn the pot, and most importantly, the harder your fingers get when you use them on the touch screen. So yeah, that happened. I remember every time I made Poffins for my Pokemon in Platinum, I just burned out the tips of my fingers, and I just had to take a break for a couple of days from making Poffins just to give my fingers time to heal, you know? Fortunately, that feature was very optional in Gen 4. Very optional. It wasn't necessary for the main game. I mean, the introduction of the contests was kind of mandatory to progress through the story, but you didn't actually have to do a Pokemon contest in order to progress in the story. It was just a fun side mission thing. Now, again, people who have played this game on a legitimate DS that have competed in contests on the Nintendo DS and won, they've received a ribbon. Now, I've received ribbons on my Pokemon. Actually, come to think of it, oops, why did I use, oh yeah, it's a pineapple berry on this 1, 2, 3, 4 Tangela. Kinda nice. Yeah. Come to think of it, I've never lost a contest in Pokemon Platinum. Now granted, I didn't really do a lot of contests, maybe 7 or 8, but I won every single time. Which is something I'm pretty proud of. I've never lost a contest in Pokemon Platinum. Not something that I can say about, you know, the Battle Frontier, the Elite Four in some cases, the Champion obviously. So yeah, maybe I'm much better at Pokemon contests than I am in Pokemon battling, who knows. See, that's one of the main reasons why I don't do competitive battling in Pokemon, because I suck at it. In Pokemon Go it's actually easier, but I mean, it's Pokemon Go. It's not one of the main series games, you know. And I know it kind of makes me sound like an elitist, but yeah, I mean, you talk to any average Pokemon fan and he'd probably say the same. So yeah, and that's my story with Pokemon Poffins in Pokemon Platinum. I kind of missed that feature though. I miss contests in general. I don't understand why people hated contests. I mean, yes, it was a side mission, but it was a fun one. I really enjoyed contests, and I especially enjoyed them in the anime. When they introduced Pokemon contests into the anime during the Advanced Generation, and then they expanded on it in the Diamond and Pearl series. Contests were good, and Nando was actually one of my favorite characters in the anime. I still think he probably should have won. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Nando should have won in his contest battle against... I can't remember if he was battling Zoe or Dawn, but I totally think Nando should have won. He was the better trainer. He was the better coordinator, and I honestly think he had the better performance in that particular episode where he had his contest battle against Dawn. I honestly believe that's Dawn or Zoe. I can't remember again, but yeah, I wish Nando won, but I mean, I get why they gave the win to Zoe. The showrunners, that is. I understand why Zoe needed to win this, because she's basically been training for it her entire life, and that was the one thing she strived for more than anything else. Now, the reason I'm here is I want to have a battle. Now, I'm going to have Metagross in here, but I'm not going to actually use Metagross in this battle. Milo can pretty much take care of everything on his own, because it's a male, sorry. But I want to have Metagross be a part of this battle, specifically because I want to get that extra heart. I really wasn't preparing to have to do this, because again, I never used a Poffin in this game. But now that I have. I kind of feel like I need to get the most out of this little puffin, even though everything's gonna go back to 0 in about an hour and a half. But I still want to get through this thing. So I'm gonna have to battle with Metagross. Why do I have this urge to say Metagross instead of Metagross, like it's supposed to be? Okay, so we get some. We get an extra heart by battling with our buddy Pokemon while he's in our while he's by our side. We probably won't. We don't really need to use him in the battle actively to get the extra heart, but we just need to have him with us in the battle. See? There's a double heart icon for battling. This is great. This is going really good. Now, here's the problem though. To get the final 4 hearts, all we need to do is visit a new place and do the 6-kilometer walk with it. Now, here's the problem. All of these Pokestops are already spun. I mean, there's that one. Where is that? I mean, hold on. Okay, don't know what that is. But I mean, if I keep going this way, I'd reach the mall. But it's not next to the mall. Again, these Pokestops are being very unhelpful. I guess the best option that I got is to well, I know where that is, the tennis club. So my best option is to go there and turn right to reach that Pokestop. Still doesn't really help us with the 6-kilometer thing. Fortunately for me, okay, I still can't use this. Fortunately for me, I've already walked a pretty considerable distance with my partner Pokemon since giving it the Puffin, I guess. So I don't have to walk 6 kilometers. I only have to walk about 4.5, which is manageable. It's something that I can do. There's a Spoink and obviously a Slack Off. We need a Slack Off. I love the pose that this thing has. It's so chill. Maybe that's its name. Slack Off. The chill Pokemon. I don't understand why people crap on slacking. I mean, it's the strongest non-legendary or mythical Pokemon ever. It has the highest base stat total of any non-legendary or mythical Pokemon. A Pinsir, that's pretty rare. And I actually used this slacking in my first Hoenn playthrough. My first and currently only Hoenn playthrough, that is. Emerald. I had a Slack Off, which I named Sid, because of Sid the Sloth, even though it was a female. But it was kind of my signature Pokemon, other than Sceptile, which was my starter. Now, it was the Pokemon that I gave Secret Power to. And for those of you who don't know, Secret Power is an attack that changes depending on the environment of the battle. So, for example, if you're if you use Secret Power in a sort of a foresty area, that attack becomes Needle Arm. If you use secret power on the ocean, for example, that attack becomes Surf. I mean, if you use secret power in the desert, for example, I mean, it becomes a ground type move. I'm not really sure which one. Not really sure it's Earthquake though. It might be Sand Tomb. But again, I'm not really the master of that attack, because the thing is, that attack, in order to be useful, because it changes its because that attack becomes a different attack depending on where you're battling. You kind of have to tailor that attack to the Pokemon that you're battling. Like, I mean, since Needle Arm is a grass type move, you won't really use that move against, say, a grass type or a fire type if you're fighting in a forest. If you're fighting a trainer in the forest and for some reason he has like a water type move, like Lotad, for example, which is water and grass, Needle Arm actually becomes effective on it. I don't think it's super effective though. I think it's neutral because, I mean, it's also a grass type, so I don't know. But yeah, that's basically the point I'm trying to say. Now, if you're fighting in the forest and you're battling, say, a Beautifly or a Dostox, who are 4 times resistant to grass, Needle Arm is a pointless attack. So you see, you kind of have to. It's an attack that kind of requires a lot of strategy in order to master. That's what I'm trying to say. But the main usage of secret power in Hoenn is that it gives you access to secret bases. When you go to a sort of a hole in the wall of a cave entrance or a mountain of some sort, you can use secret power to smash that hole in the wall, and you can have your own secret base there, or in a tree. And I definitely used that feature, even though in retrospect it's kind of a useless feature. In Emerald, that is. Hold on. As I was saying, since I haven't exactly played Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire yet, I don't know how useful that feature is in ORAS, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I don't know if there's any significant changes that actually makes it useful. I mean, if you could theoretically heal your Pokemon there, or I don't know, do some training and stuff, I guess secret bases would have been more useful. What is wrong with this traffic light? Seriously. Maybe I would have used secret bases more, but I think I had a secret base on the road to Fortree City, and it's a pretty long road, and am I being crazy, or did the traffic light just stay red the entire time? Hold on. This ought to help. But anyways, to get to Fortree City, I think you need to surf from the coast of Mauville City, and then there's a pretty long road through very tall grass with lots of trainers that move with every single step that you have. And then there's a pretty long road through an area where there's rain, and then you finally get to Fortree City. So yeah, I had a secret base over there on that long road, and if it was a nice place, if I could have healed my Pokemon there, it would have been a nice safe haven for me to, you know, every time I do some grinding in the grass, I could just walk back to my secret base, heal up, maybe change up my roster, or if that place had a PC or anything, so I could, you know, get different Pokemon for different training regimens and go back out there and do some more grinding. Instead, I just had to, every time my Pokemon got too wounded, I had to use Fly, which means first of all, I had to use a Pokemon. I had to have a Pokemon on my team that has Fly, which kind of sucks because it takes, because all of the Pokemon in the Fortree City gym are flying types. So there's no legitimate reason for you to have... Oh great, I need to delete some Pokemon, hold on. There's no real reason for you to have a Pokemon that knows Fly when you're training. I'm just gonna get rid of all of them. I don't really care. There's really no legitimate reason for you to have a Pokemon that has the move Fly on your team for training for Fortree City. So, oh yes, this is an event Pikachu that I caught earlier. I'm going to show you guys later, but yeah. So yeah, I needed to have a Pokemon that has Fly, so that I can fly to the nearest Pokemon Center, which was in Mauville City, heal up, and get back into the field. And there's a shiny Bronzor that I'm about to talk about as soon as I'm done talking about secret bases and such. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm just gonna catch this Wailmer for the candies. So yeah, as I was saying, it kind of sucks that you can't heal your Pokemon in the secret bases in the third generation Hoenn games. If it was possible to have a PC or a healing device where you can heal your Pokemon and change up your roster without having to go back to Pokemon Center, I may have used these secret bases even more. I know that they kind of gave it more features in Generation 4, but all of these new features kind of relied, well, not all of them, but some of these new features kind of relied on you know, actually playing the game on a legitimate DS console, not on a tablet, which I don't think even existed back then, and using the internet, which doesn't really exist anymore because the DS Wi-Fi system, whatever the name of that thing was, it's no longer available since 2014, I believe. So yeah, I couldn't use it. But I mean, secret bases are nice. I mean, I wish I'm gonna play ORAS eventually, and maybe I'll use secret bases there more often. And when eventually the Diamond and Pearl remakes are gonna happen, and they will, make no mistake about that, they will happen eventually. Most probably on the Nintendo Switch, because that's the most recent console for Pokemon games these days. When they'll happen, and maybe they'll find a way to rely on the features of a Nintendo Switch and integrate that into the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and use that as kind of a way to upgrade the underground and the secret bases of Sinnoh. I'm definitely gonna use that feature more. But again, since, as I mentioned, hold on. Where is that Pokestop that I'm looking for? Oh no, don't tell me I lost it. There it is. I just need to keep going that direction. Look, it's an event Pikachu, and it's so cute! I mean, I know I said in the past multiple times that I think event Pikachus are stupid, and they are. But, I mean, this design kind of looks kind of cute. I haven't really particularly liked any of the other event Pikachu designs, like with the multiple hats and stuff, but this one's actually pretty cute. I like this one. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I think of the secret bases in Hoenn and Sinnoh. And funny how this whole conversation started with me talking about how much I love Slacking. It's one of my favorite Pokemon, even though it has a terrible ability in the main series games, which is Truant, which, hold on. Yeah, I got a heart for walking. Actually, walking is very good for your heart, so this actually makes a lot of sense. Oh, wow. 2 of them already. I just need to walk 2 more kilometers, and then I can head back home, which is great. So maybe I can maybe I can complete all the hearts in this recording. That'll be nice. Kinda need to go back and upload the episode that I recorded yesterday with the Ghastly Community Day. But regardless. So yeah, Slacking is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's so powerful. I mean, you can basically sweep the entire Elite Four with that Pokemon because it's also a normal type, which means it can learn a wide variety of moves. If you can use it correctly, because, I mean, the thing about Slacking is you gotta give it moves that make good use of its ability, Truant, which means it only attacks every other turn. So it attacks one turn, then rests on the other turn, then attacks on the next turn. So you kind of have to make sure that on the turn that you do attack with it, it destroys the opponent in one hit. It OHKOs the opponent, as the kids say these days. OHKO, one hit KO. Now, so you gotta have to use moves like Hyper Beam or Giga Impact with it, because those are incredibly powerful moves that are so strong that the Pokemon actually needs to take a turn to recharge its strength, because the move takes so much out of them, so that they literally can't move. I don't even think they can dodge on the second turn. Now, Hyper Beam and Giga Impact are perfect moves for Slacking, because you get to attack one turn, destroy whoever opponent you're facing, and recharge the next turn, which is the turn that Slacking takes the rest anyway. So you can't use moves like Dig or Solar Beam. I don't even think that Slacking can learn Fly. Why would it? But or Bounce, come to think of it. But yeah, Dig and Solar Beam are also 2-turn attacks, but they kind of, you attack on the second turn, which is the turn that Slacking is supposed to take a nap. So yeah, it's not wise to use Dig or Solar Beam, Solar Beam only if you're in an area with harsh sunlight, or if you have a second Pokemon that has Drought in a double battle, for example, or if someone already used Sunny Day in the previous turn, or anything of the sort. I don't think you can use Sunny Day in the same turn, because Slacking has a very high speed stat, so it'll most likely try to attack before the other Pokemon can use Sunny Day, unless of course that other Pokemon has higher speeds. That competitive battling is so difficult. That's why I hate doing those. But I mean, I'm just basically saying logic. If you have a harsh sunlight, then you could use Solar Beam. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I don't even know if Slacking can use Solar Beam, so this whole conversation was just pointless. Anyways, that's another heart with my Metagross. Where's the heart? Don't you heart me, Metagross? There it is. Wait, hold on. Why is that second heart not registering? I'll just catch this Bellsprout and check it again. Oh, an excellent throw because it jumped. That doesn't really happen very often. Anyways, as I was saying, so yeah. So if you use moves like Hyper Beam and Giga Impact on a Slacking, that's a pretty good strategy. Unlike what I did, but I mean, it got me the victory. What I did was I gave it, well, obviously I kept secret power on it just because I didn't even know if you deleted that move. If you can find the move tutor again and teach it to it again. Maybe I should head back, because I don't really think I'm welcomed in this neighborhood. Anyway, so yeah, I don't even know if you can find the person that taught, because you don't teach it through a TM. You have to go to a specific person who teaches you, who teaches one of your Pokemon secret power. So I just kept secret power on Slacking the entire playthrough, because I didn't know if it can relearn it. So I kept having secret power on it. I don't remember one of the moves that I had on it. I mean, if I still have that game installed on my tablet, I guess I can check it again. But other than that other move, oh no, not this thing again. No, I don't want to catch you. Goodbye. Other than that other move that I can't remember right now, I gave it Dynamic Punch and Thunder. Kind of seemed like a good idea at the time, but then I realized that Thunder is 70% accurate. It's an incredibly powerful move, but especially in Gen 3, before a lot of stronger electric type moves were introduced. But I mean, it's accurate 70% of the time. I mean, it still means that you have a higher chance of hitting the Pokemon than missing it, and that's even without the Pokemon using Double Team or something like that. But I mean, it's an incredibly risky move. And since I played Emerald, the champion was Wallace, and the vast majority of his Pokemon are water types, especially his Gyarados. It gave me such a hard time. I hate Wallace's Gyarados so much. I mean, not as much as, yes, actually, I'll say it. I hate Wallace's Gyarados more than I hate Cynthia's Garchomp. Not as much as I hate Whitney's Miltank, but I mean, Whitney's Miltank is arguably the most hated Pokemon of all time, so. But when it comes to Pokemon owned by specific trainers in the game, but regardless, I'm getting off topic again. So yeah, Thunder is accurate 70% of the time, unless there's rain. And Dynamic Punch, I don't think it has as bad of a accuracy rating as Thunder, or maybe I'm just misremembering it. But as far as I can remember, Dynamic Punch was accurate more times than it wasn't. I mean, it hit the target more times than it missed. So that's good. So yeah, then using dynamic punch was a good idea. Using thunder, probably not, but I mean, it got the job done most of the time. I still won though, but a pretty high cost. At one point I just got so tired of losing to Wallace over and over again, so that and the Pokemon in the Victory Road weren't particularly useful for training and grinding. I mean, they were pretty easy to take down, but they didn't really give me a lot of XP, so kinda had to rely on other methods to win. And those other methods being, I had to constantly challenge the Elite Four over and over and over and over and over again and lose, obviously, until I was able to beat Wallace. Obviously, I used an XP share because that's the best way to win. But yeah. So that's my adventures in Hoenn. Are we still talking about Poffins? Yes. Poffins didn't really exist in Hoenn, or rather, they didn't really exist in Generation 3. They were introduced in Gen 4, and in order to make Poffins, when you're playing this on a tablet, when playing a Gen 4 game on a tablet, you kind of had to burn your fingers in order to do so, which kind of makes me so happy that when you try to cook curry for your Pokemon in Sword and Shield, you can either, move the controllers around, or you can just do what I do, which is the better strategy, which is just click the buttons on the controllers, which is easily the superior method of cooking in Sword and Shield, that is. But yeah, I guess I kind of miss the Poffins because, like I said, it was a side thing. It wasn't integral to the story. You didn't need to compete in contests in order to advance. But I mean, the curry, it's fun. I don't think I checked my curry decks once in Sword or Shield. I just cook whatever I want to, however way I want to cook it. Pretty much the same way I do for real life, but that's a different story. But yeah, I just cook whatever food I want for my Pokemon and feed them, hoping that it's good and they like it, and I really hope for, what is it? The Milcery badge, Milcery class, or the Caporaja class? I think Caporaja class is the higher one, because not only does it increase your friendship with your Pokemon, but give them some XP and heals them, cures them of their status conditions, but also regenerates their PP. I don't think the Milcery class does that. I think it stops at curing status conditions and without actually healing them. So basically, if you cook a curry to a Caporaja class, which I believe is the second highest class in the curry decks, if you do that, it's basically like a visit to the Pokemon Center without actually having to go to the Pokemon Center, which is kind of what I said about secret bases earlier in the game. See, that is what we in the business call a callback. Well, I guess Pokemon Camp is a version of secret bases, with the only difference is you can't really decorate or customize your Pokemon camp. I mean, you can change the color of your tent, but that's about it. But it's kind of nice that you can actually camp out anywhere you want and see your Pokemon, talk to your Pokemon, play with your Pokemon, and cook food for your Pokemon. I love it when these games kind of rely on the friendship and the bond between the trainer and their Pokemon. I really love it when the games do that. And it's also kind of like what happens in the anime a lot when Ash and company are traveling on a long route, which are significantly longer than the routes in the game, mind you, but there's a long way till they reach a Pokemon Center, and unlike the games, these characters actually need to sleep and eat, so they camp out and they have some meal and they take all their Pokemon out, and the Pokemon get some food as well and some rest, and they play together, they train together, and I love that. I really wish maybe in Gen 9 you can actually expand on the concept of Pokemon camp, and in addition to taking your Pokemon out, you could also in addition to taking them out, cooking food for them and playing with them, you could also have them battle each other for training and experience. That'll be nice. That will be nice. But I mean, camping is camping and making curry is such an integral part of Galar. So I guess it'll all have to depend on whatever the next region is going to be, whatever that next region is going to be based on. But that's a long way from now. I mean, Gen 8 is still relatively young. We just got the game less than 12 months ago, and we just got the DLC, which or rather the first half of the DLC a couple of months ago. So yeah, like I said, Gen 8 is still young. We still need to see where Game Freak decides to take the franchise next. If they're going to do Diamond and Pearl remakes, if they're going to do Let's Go style video games for Johto, a lot of stuff is still up in the air. So we'll see about that. But yeah, let's check the Puffin status. And the Puffin status. Regardless, I think if I keep walking, I should be able to fill up the final heart. I want to do it on camera. I want to make this entire episode centered around me completing this extra set of hearts from the Puffin, which will actually get us up to 21 hearts with Metagross, bringing me and my Metagross that much closer to becoming Ultra Buddies. I think I'm actually gonna go for broke and actually get to Best Buddy status with my Metagross. I thought gaining Great Buddy status with Metagross was going to be enough. Clearly it isn't. There's so much more I need to do with this Metagross, and if I can get the CP boost from being Best Buddies with it, that's even better in my opinion. As you can see, so far I have 12 candies, that most of them I earned through walking with Metagross. I haven't caught a single Beldum since putting Metagross as my my main buddy, as my buddy Pokemon. So yeah, so far the system of using Metagross as a buddy Pokemon to make it stronger is working. It just isn't working as fast as I hoped it would be. So, like I said, it's still gonna take some time. But in the meantime, let's complete this mission, which I've also been saving, and see what this rare Pokemon is. A lucky egg is always nice to have for someone under level 40. Oh, guess what? It's a Petalil. But I mean, I assume this Petalil has really good IVs because it came from a mission. So let's catch it. Anyways, So yeah, I kind of started this whole episode talking about what a bad day I've had and all the bad stuff that happened to me, but I mean, then it kind of spiraled into a conversation about Poffins and the different mechanics of Generation 3 and 4. Some things that I wish would come back in some potential Diamond and Pearl remakes. I hope you're listening to me, Game Freak. Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe they can use some of the mechanics from cooking in your Pokemon camp as the new way to make Poffins. Maybe they can make Poffin cooking that much more interactive. That'll be nice. I love that. Especially since I just talked about how much my fingers suffered from making Poffins. It almost felt like actually having to cook. But I really enjoyed the Poffin strategy, and I really like the fact that if you make the right Poffins in the right flavor, suited for the right type of Pokemon and the specific contest stats that you wanted, you can raise your Pokemon's contest value and actually increase your chances of winning contests. I guess that's probably the reason why I never lost a contest. I won a contest with a Shellos, just to let you guys know, and it was the pink Shellos, my preferred Shellos. I think pink Shellos and pink Gastrodon are much better looking design-wise than the blue Shellos and Gastrodon. That's just my opinion. Kind of sucks that the blue Shellos is the only ones that I can capture in this game, and Sword and Shield. But hey, you don't always get what you want, I suppose, out of life. But yeah, I won a Pokemon contest with the Shellos, and I think it was actually my highest score ever in a Pokemon contest. And it was mostly because I Poffin trained it. I gave it lots of Poffins in the correct category, and every time that my Pokemon leveled up and they learned a new attack, not only I checked the specific attacking stats of that particular attack that my Pokemon learned, I also switched over to the next screen and checked out that particular attack's contest value, see which class it falls into. So I actually took Pokemon contests very seriously when I played Platinum. And actually, come to think of it, now that I've spent so much time talking about Pokemon contests, I kind of want to go back to my Platinum save file and do some Pokemon contests and some Poffin training. Right now I'm still kind of watching the playthroughs of Black 2 and White 2, because I think I've mentioned this before, but just in case you're watching this for the first time, yes, I am playing these games on a tablet, which is not the optimal way of playing them. And I reached a certain point in, I think it's Black 2, the game that I'm playing. I reached a certain point in the game after the 7th gym battle where the game just froze, and I can't progress anything else. I can't progress any further. So I'm forced to complete the rest of the story mode through watching other people play it, which is not something that I enjoy doing. I hate watching playthroughs of games that I can't play myself. It's bugged me, all through the years where I had so many games that I couldn't play on my own. But I mean, one day maybe I'll find a way to obtain a legitimate DS and a legitimate game cartridge of Black 2 and White 2, and I'm gonna try that game a second time. Hopefully I'm gonna finish it for myself this time around, because I really like the features in the post game of Black 2 and White 2. I really enjoy those parts, and I really want to experience them on my own. So until I'm done watching all of these playthroughs, I've got about 10 episodes left to watch, and these episodes go by pretty fast, so no problems there. But as soon as I'm done with those, I'm gonna start playing Gen 6, the main series games. I'm gonna go for X because first of all, I much prefer Xerneas over Yabeltal. And yes, I am calling it Yabeltal. Sue me. But yeah, as far as Mega Evolutions, I much prefer Mega Charizard X than Mega Charizard Y. And I much prefer Mega Mewtwo X than Mega Mewtwo Y. Now, again, I know basically nothing about the actual gameplay of these games, maybe. Oh, and yeah, the camera just went out, so I apologize for that. This video, I didn't really intend this video to be this long. So yeah, here's the other camera. Hello. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't really know. Again, I much prefer Mega Charizard X to Mega Charizard Y. I much prefer Mega Mewtwo X to Mega Mewtwo Y, but I still don't know any of the other version exclusives of that game, any of the other version exclusive features. So I'm gonna do my research on that, and who knows, maybe there's a chance that I'm going to end up playing Y as opposed to X. But who knows? Who knows? I wonder if anyone got that reference. Anyways, well, this is a pretty long-winded episode, and kinda need to get back home now because I kinda need to give Sandy her pills, her medication, at a very specific time. So I've still got some time, but I'd much rather be home sooner rather than later. Regardless, so yeah, I keep losing my train of thought so easily, and it's kind of starting to bug me. But I mean, started this episode talking about what a bad and horrible day I've been having, and then we got to talk about some Pokemon stuff, and it really helped me take my mind off things and everything bad that happened all day. And yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that this episode is taking so long, because I really do enjoy talking about Pokemon. Even if no one watches these videos, I still enjoy expressing my thoughts on the franchise. I mean, it's one of my favorite franchises of all time. I've been a Pokemon fan pretty much since Pokemon came out, worldwide, that is. And who would have thought that I'd still be playing Pokemon in my late 20s? So yeah. Wow. I really think I had a lot to get off my chest in this episode, but I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. So wow, I'm kind of feeling like a deflated balloon right now. That I don't. I mean, I've said so much this episode. I don't really have anything else to share, which is kind of weird to me. It's been quite a long time since, well, maybe not too long, but it's been quite a while since I just had one of these episodes where I just walked in a mostly straight line and just talked about whatever it is I wanted to talk about, with very little regard to how long this episode is taking to record. And it's probably going to take even longer to upload, but that's a problem for future me, specifically tomorrow me. An Electrike is a Pokemon you don't really see very often. Oh, I just remembered something. I had some stuff I wanted to show you guys. So yeah, I talked about me feeling like a deflated balloon where I talked so much I barely had anything left to talk about. I do have some stuff to talk about. Now hold on, as soon as I catch this Electrike. First of all, when I went to my grandma, and when I came back home to pick up Sandy for the vet, I was sitting on the bus, now you know. And how many Pokemon do I have? Good, it's okay. So yeah, I was sitting on the bus, now you know. And a bunch of Pokemon randomly appeared. Most of them had weather boosts, but I specifically chose a Pokemon that didn't have a weather boost. Still no idea why. I mean, it was a Pokemon that you don't really see very often, so I figured I should click on it and maybe use it to upgrade an evolved form of that Pokemon that I have, and lo and behold, it was a shiny Bronzor. I figured having a good Bronzong would be a good thing for me to have on my team. It's a really strong Pokemon. But yeah, so I just caught a Bronzor, hoping for some candy to power up a Bronzong that I have. And what a surprise, it's shiny. Now I'm gonna praise it, which is something I haven't done when I caught it. It's terrible! How fun and how nuts. So yeah, this one isn't gonna be used for battle, but I am planning to evolve it eventually. Anything else? Oh yeah, now I remember. I did mention the event Pikachus. I wanted to show you guys one that I did actually catch, which is this one. But yeah, hold on. Yeah, very cute. Very cute hat and sunglasses wearing Pikachu. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that one. But I already caught one on camera, so I didn't really need to do that. In any case, now, the third thing that I wanted to go over in this video before this video is over. Look, it's a Clamperl. And more importantly than that, I finally have enough Clamperl candy to evolve one. Now, Clamperl evolves into either Huntail or Gorobus. Now, with it being a Hoenn Pokemon, actually, now that I think about it, it probably would have made more sense if it was a Sinnoh Pokemon, but regardless. I actually been thinking it probably would have been better if female Clamperl evolved into Gorobus and male Clamperl evolved into Huntail, simply because Huntail is definitely the more edgy and masculine looking version of that evolutionary line, but more obviously Gorobus is easily the more feminine looking version of the pair. I mean, first of all, it's pink, it's got long eyelashes, it even has a bra, in as much a way that Pokemon can have bras. But I mean, I guess they just didn't think about it like that. I mean, like I said, it probably would have made more sense if it was a Sinnoh Pokemon, because in Sinnoh they kind of introduced... Actually, I don't really remember if it was introduced in a previous generation, but in Sinnoh, they introduced the idea that some Pokemon can evolve based on their gender. Burmy and Wormadam and Mothim come to mind. Vespiquen, obviously. And for more recognizable Pokemon, you had the split between Gardevoir and Gallade, and Galarian Frostlass. only male Curlias can evolve into Gallade, and only female Snorunt, I apologize, only female Snorunts can evolve into Frostlass. So yeah, like I said, it would have made more sense for female Clamperl to evolve into Gorobis, and male Clamperl to evolve into Hauntail. But regardless, we are now going to evolve this Clamperl and see which new Hoenn Pokemon we're going to have. I should probably look up online how to get both versions, if there is some kind of a cheat way to get them. But it's a Hauntail, and it kind of makes sense because it was a male Clamperl. There we go. That's a Hauntail, and you can't see the silhouette of Gorobis, so you can't even see what Gorobis actually looks like if you haven't seen this Pokemon ever. But I'm probably gonna put one on screen right now in the editing bay. Now let's check out this other Clamperl. This Clamperl is a female, which makes sense for it to evolve into a Gorobis. In the game, first of all, it's a trade evolution, which is one of the things that I really hate in Pokemon games, mostly because I play these on a tablet, as I've mentioned, and there's no legitimate way for me to get trade evolutions, because I have no one to trade with playing this game on a tablet. Regardless, to evolve a Clamperl into a Gorobis, you have to trade it while it's holding a deep sea shell, I believe, or a deep sea clam. And to evolve it into a Hauntail, you have to trade it while it's holding a deep sea tooth. Actually, maybe it's deep sea tooth for Gorobis and deep sea claw for Hauntail. I can't remember. Obviously, I've never done that before, which is why I can't remember how that works. But yeah, I also believe in the game you have the option. Someone gives you either a deep sea tooth or deep sea claw, and he asks you which of those would you like. Now, you tell him which of those you would prefer. Then you go into the cave where Kyogre can be found in the game. Obviously, you have to use dive, and you just swim around that area. You find a Clamperl, catch it, and trade it with your friend to get the desired Pokemon in order to complete the Pokedex. And hopefully, because you only get one of those in the game, you can just hope and pray that you can find someone that can trade you the other Pokemon that you didn't get. I really hope that makes sense. Oh, Shroomish! Shroomish is a very rare Pokemon. Over here, that is. The reason I'm so excited about a Shroomish is because I have a really powerful Breloom that I got from a raid, and it's actually been one of my top tier Pokemon when going up against water types in raids. So yeah, I definitely need this Shroomish to power up my Breloom. That's why I gave it a Pine-Up Berry. So yeah. Oh, look at that. There's actually a mission. That's nice. A mission? I'm all a tingle. Okay. I need to walk 100 yards to get the final heart with Metagross. I really hope the wind isn't too bad for you guys, because it kind of feels like it. Let's throw this Pokeball at this throw, and then throw it away. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm losing my mind here. Would you stop doing that, please? Go. Ha ha! How do you like them Pokeballs? You stupid throw? Oh, I guess he's very persistent. Haha, an excellent throw! Which is more than I can say for this throw! And a critical capture! Finally, I caught this annoying throw, only to throw it away. But just because I spent so much time talking about this guy, yep, this one's definitely going in the transfer bin. Oh, look at that, it actually hatched another egg, which is awesome. Let me see what this egg is. It's a Badoo! I love Badoo! Badoo, 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 Badoo. Speaking of Gen 4, I actually caught a Badu pretty early on in the... can't remember... Eterna Forest, I believe. I actually caught one pretty early on. And that Badu actually stayed with me for the majority of the game. I used the shell bell... a Soothe Bell on it to get it to max friendship. So it eventually evolved into Roselia. It was also the Pokemon that I used Cut on it. It was my Cut HM slave, and I actually kept Cut on it all the way to the end of the game, and the post game actually. But yeah, it was actually one of my aces in Platinum, come to think of it, because I knew that I was going to need to have a Roselia to give me a bit of an edge in the Elite Four, particularly since the Elite Four had Bertha on it, and her she mainly uses ground types. Now I already had an ice type in the form of Piloswine. I couldn't evolve it into Mamoswine because you need to teach it Ancient Power, and it's in order to for it to learn Ancient Power, you have to breed it, because it learns that move at a very low level. And my Piloswine was already at a pretty high level because I trained it up to help me take on a Volkner, because it's a ground type. So yeah. Ooh, it's a 10-kilometer range, which is awesome. So yeah, I already really trained my my Piloswine. I wasn't going to breed another one in order to teach it what happened? In order to teach it Ancient Power, just so that I can evolve the second one into a Mamoswine. So I just, I trained my Piloswine to a very high level. Then I also trained Roselia until it learned Pedal Dance, which is basically a grass type version of and there's the final heart. It's basically a grass type version of Outrage. And then I used the Shiny Stone that you only get once in the main series game. You get a second one in the post game, I believe. But yeah, I used my one and only Shiny Stone at the time to evolve Roselia into Roserade. And obviously I didn't use it on a Togetic to evolve it into a Togekiss. And yeah, Roselia is actually one of the strongest Pokemon that I have in Platinum. It might actually be stronger than my starter, which was Infernape in that game. My strongest Pokemon in that game is still Rhydon, but that's mostly because I trained it up because it was the best Pokemon that I used in the Battle Frontier, until it lost, obviously, to a stupid Victory Bell, but that's really neither here nor there. Anyways, so this is how a Metagross looks like when you have 21 hearts on it from feeding it a Puffin. And how much big of a change did it do? I would like to point out that we weren't great buddies this morning. This actually happened this afternoon, really. This afternoon, me and my Metagross became great buddies, and now look at us. We're already about a quarter of the way to becoming Ultra Buddies, mostly thanks to the Puffin that I gave it. So yeah, kind of an impromptu thing, but this is basically how Puffin training goes, like when you have a buddy Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Now, how long has this episode been? Oh, crikey! This is one of the longest episodes we've ever had. So yeah, I really hope I haven't bored you guys to death by now. If I have, again, I apologize. But if you have been watching this whole episode, thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys next time when I'll have something else to talk about. Good night for now. Goodbye. Puffins! Hello again, everybody! I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.